How's it going, guys? This is Darth Shigong from Gaming on the Dark Side, coming at you with a video for Dawn of Titans. This video is going to be covering the event called Assault. Gonna be, breaking it down, kind of going over it. This is gonna be hopefully very good for newer players. Older players, you probably know all the tips and tricks, but it never hurts to kind of go over them again. If there's something I missed or you have a tip that you want to share with the rest of the community, then please share it below in the comments. The more we give out the knowledge, the better the game is for everybody. Alright, with that being said, let's get into what the heck is Assault. Solo War Assault. Time to train. Yes, this event is a solo event. That means you'll be doing this on your own. Your alliance cannot help you out with it, so their score does not affect your score. So it's going to be all up to you. Now, this event typically lasts 2 days. However, there are times when it can be 3 days long and will start on a Monday rather than a Tuesday, which will give you plenty of time to finish this event if you focus. Assault. It's time to train, become stronger, and fight for your kingdom. Attack the training land located below the neutral lands to earn points. When attacking the training land, all spell slots are unlocked, but you can only take 3 troops. Troops and spells are at max level. Fight alongside multiple titans. When attacking each training land, you will be granted with 2 extra titans and multiple spells to use. Basically what this means, guys, is when you're hitting this land, you can only take 3 troops with your titan. However, they will be at level 25. You can also use every spell, and again, they'll be maxed out at level 25 as well, but you can only take 6 with you to start. Now, when the fight actually starts, you'll get, a bunch of extra spells right to start the fight with. Plus, you'll also have 2 other titans on the map helping you out. Now, unfortunately, those titans boosts don't affect your troops or you and all that stuff. They're just there to do their job. But none of the skills that you would think with that titan would apply to anything else. Now, your titan will be able to boost everybody, but that's a different story there. So keep that in mind, guys. That's how it's going to go. I would recommend using a titan that summons or is able to bring a lot more troops to the battle, because only 3 troops will not be enough to go very far in any of the maps. Now, to do this event, you're going to need to be in an alliance that is in Bronze League or above. Granted, the alliance cannot help you with the event other than to give you some reinforcements, which do come in handy, but you still need to be part of one to be able to do the event. So make sure, if you're not in an alliance, join one before the event starts so you're able to participate. Now, the way you get points, basically, as you attack the land, you're going to kill troops. Each troop is going to give you points. Those points will keep on adding. Basically, it says here, scores are determined by the cumulative number of points collected from battling training lands in the world. For each victorious battle, you will earn points. This can be increased by equipping your titan with an event boost relic prior to the engagement. As you earn points, you'll unlock milestone rewards. Ranking rewards are determined at the end of the event and are given after the finalization period, where they'll be available to collect from your treasure room. You must win at least 100 points in order to receive the ranking prize. Now, ranking prize is kind of the same thing as like the alliance prize or the ranking prize when you guys do solo wars. So that's something separate from the milestone rewards. The milestone rewards are going to go all the way through. I think they've readjusted it now, so it's like about 175,000 points, I think, finishes the entire event. Which is totally doable. Trust me, I will cover all of that in the tips section later on. With that, let's move into what rewards you can expect to get out of Assault. Assault is the perfect time to level up your titans and your relics. The rewards within the event are all geared towards that as well, which is great. You're going to get some Titan XP potions. You'll get level 2, 3s, and 4s in here, as well as Forge Shards, which will help you forge your relics, really boost them up a lot faster than normal, so that helps a lot. So if you're looking to level up a Titan that you just got, or maybe a Titan you've been wanting to level for a while, this is a perfect event to do it. Or if you're like me, you're saving up a ton of potions for the next Titan that you have upcoming that you really want to have at level 60 as soon as possible. I got like 15 level 4 potions right now, just kind of waiting in my inventory to go into my first DG Titan that should be coming out sometime later this month. Alright, now let's take a look at the reward milestones of this event. They've altered them since before. This used to be, I want to say, like 350,000 points. Now it's 170,000 points. Sorry if it's a little small here. You can zoom in, I guess take a picture of it and zoom in if you guys really want to. But just kind of going over every single prize as of the latest assault that just happened. I kind of tallied up all the totals of things that are in there. All in all, you're going to get 475 portal stones, which we'll cover that in a second because there's more information there. You get 9 relics of war. You're going to get 5 assault tokens. Those are the tokens you need for the boost relics in this event. You got 2 Titan tokens, 1 epic token, and you also get 420 divine gems in the rewards. Obviously, your ranking reward will be different. That can add some more divine gems if you score well enough. Now, XP bottles. You're going to get 2 2-stars, 2 3-stars, and 4 4-stars. Same for the relic shards, 2 2-stars, 2 3-stars, and 4 4-star relic shards in the event. So overall, this event has a lot of stuff in it. Now let's cover those portal stones. I just want to cover this real first because this is important. Or I should say now, it's important. Those portal stones, if you divvy them up, it takes 3 portal stones per battle. That is 158 battles that are included in this event. If you score at least 1,075 points per battle, this event is completely free. Now, granted, you have to grind out 158 battles at an average, I want to say, 4 to 5 minutes, I think it is, something like that. So, I mean, it's a chunk of time, but it's completely free. So, you don't have to spend anything. No, you don't. It's great in that sense. It takes care of itself. So, I highly recommend this event to the free-to-play players. This is your chance to get some great rewards. Those relics of war you can save up, and you can eventually trade them in for 3 and 4-star Titans, which is awesome. So this event is made for free-to-play players, guys. It's awesome. Do it. I know it's grindy, but it's worth it. All right, guys, totally worth it. I just wanted to cover that because I think that's really important when we're talking about the rewards and what this event really does for free-to-play players. And that pretty much answers this question. Is this free-to-play friendly? This event is extremely free-to-play friendly. It only requires the portal stones that we already get on a daily basis from portal stone refresh rates, drops, and from your daily duties, right? And it makes it easy because they're also all the gems you would need are included, or I should say portal stones are included in the event. So as you're grinding your way through this thing, you're going to get exactly the fuel you need to continue your grind. So hey, if you're free to play, then you already understand the fact that you're going to have to spend time in order to get the rewards. That's just the trade you're making by being free to play. Of course, pay to play players are going to be buying the relics to get this thing done quickly and to rank up higher in the ranking rewards for more divine gems. That's just a given. But for free to play, this is extremely friendly, and I highly recommend you guys do this event whenever it pops up to help boost your Titans and your relics. The next part of this video is going to be covering the various maps you'll encounter in Assault. Now, I did my best to take some screenshots and some videos of each of the maps that I've seen so far in the event. Now, you're not going to necessarily get every single one of these maps in every Assault. It seems sometimes there's some maps that just do not show up in a particular event, and then other times you get nothing but that map. So just kind of look at these things. You can kind of see, I'm going to show you more or less where the troops kind of come from, and later on in the tips and strategy, I'll kind of show you guys where I would recommend putting your troops to try to stop these dudes as your guys are kind of going through the event. Alright, let's check out some of these freaking maps. Figure I'd get started with my favorite map that I didn't get once in this latest Assault event, but still though, this is my favorite one. Whenever this one pops up, I am stoked. It is the double archer map. You get 2 archer titans right here in these little alcoves, right? Leave them, well, we'll talk about the tips later, but they're there. It's awesome. All right, you can see this map kind of goes all over the place in 2 major directions. You got all the way over here to the side, you got some troops that pop up. All the way up the other side, you're going to have some troops. You have some troops up top and on both little ends over there. So overall, this map is a pretty good sized map, but it's really easy to defend out of all of them, and the double archers really helps. Once again, I'll cover that in my tips and tricks for you guys a little bit later on. The next map I want to cover here is the triple forest map. Now, you start here in the middle at the bottom. Up top, you're going to have forests on the left, center, and the right. Troops are going to pop up from inside those forests, so later on we cover how to kind of get this map. We'll do that. But you can see you start off with 2 titans and you right there like usual, and the little circles below you. So this is the triple forest map. It's another one that I like. This one's easy to score a lot of points on if you play it right. Alright, let's check out the next map. Alright, the next map here. This one is going to have spawns all over the place, but it's pretty generic as well. You start here in the bottom, you have troops up here in the middle, and you're going to have troops coming from the left and the right in those little alcove areas. So I need the map to kind of move around here. You can see how over here on the left, you have a bunch of little troops popping up. In the center is where we're going to focus most of our battle, but you're really going to want to clog those sides up. Like I said, once again, we'll go deeper into strategies a little bit later on, but you can see where the troops are kind of coming from on this map. It's pretty easy to clog it up if you play it right. And that's that map. Let's move on to another one. This map is a little annoying because some of the troops sneak around the walls here, but you're going to start right in the middle of the map and the circle's behind you. On both sides of you, you're going to have 2 sets of forested areas. There's ones that are really close to you, and then there's 2 forest areas that are further out. Troops will also pop up at the very bottom of the screen as well. You'll notice as I'm trying to get all these guys going. So you got to kind of watch out in a lot of different directions. And definitely watch out for the troops popping up inside the forest. It's hard to see them at first unless you burn them out with some flames. But we'll talk about that, like I said, I keep saying it in the tips, guys, because I just want to kind of look at the maps, give you guys an idea of what you're seeing. So I call this one the quadruple forest annoyance, this map. Because like as you can see right there on that little right side, that's where the freaking panthers or storm maidens are trying to come right around and go right to the circle. So that kind of bugs you. I really keep an eye out on that side. Alright, the next map over here. This is one of the newer ones, I feel. Alright, so you got this thing in the middle, right? And on both sides of it, you're going to have enemies coming out. There'll be some enemies coming out of the little bushes over here in the top corner, so you got to watch out for those dudes. And your circle's obviously right below you. Yeah, so that's that map. It's pretty simple for the most part. There are be some enemies that'll pop up there in the middle too and behind the walls. So if you clog all that up, you should be fine. And you have plenty of room to kind of see any stragglers come into your center there. So that's that map. Pretty straightforward. Next map on the list is this one. This is kind of interesting. It's almost like a Y-shaped map. Well, actually, it's almost like a pitchfork because you have that middle part too. The circle is there behind you. The enemies are going to be coming from the middle. I call that the scrum. That's easy to block up and all stuff there. Easy points. But the 2 sides you really want to watch out for, and right underneath the little triangle buildings there, there are going to be enemies popping up on both those sides. If you can keep that busy, you're pretty good to go. Overall, this map is pretty straightforward as well. We'll go into some more specifics on where to kind of put things later. But you can see here as we're moving around the map, that's where the enemies are going to pop up, kind of around the periphery and right down the middle. But these 2 spots right there are where you're really going to want to watch out for as we're going into this. Alright, I think we got one more map left. I like this map. It's pretty wide open and pretty easy to defend and easy to clog at the bad guys. So you can see these little tracks that go up and they go off to the sides. That's pretty much the path that the bad guys are going to come down to get to that little circle in the bottom that you got to protect. Overall, you got to watch out. The top corners, easy to go, but the places you want to watch out for is that side there and this side over here. Little sneaky dudes will kind of come out from there, so you want to really clog that up if you can. And like I said, just watch that middle part. Overall, it's pretty simple, The 3 Titans you get are typically, I don't know if I've ever got an Archer here. It seems to always have at least 1 Infiltrator, and then and I want to say it's a Paladin. So just, you want to make sure you rage up that Infiltrator as he's doing his business. But it's a pretty straightforward map. Like I said, I really like how open it is. It's easy to see stuff, easy to scroll around. So overall, out of the maps, like I said, my favorite one is going to be that Double Ranger one. But I like this one for how open it is. Pretty simple map. Alright, part 5, tips to maximize your score. Let's start off with what we're going to choose for a Titan. Myself personally, I think the best Titans to use for this event is something that summons other units, whether it's a spell that it already comes with, an invoke skill, or you're able to equip relics on that Titan that allows you to bring forth way more units on the map. Since we can only get 3 units at a time to start with, then you really want to, well, get something like, so I use Hell. As you can see here, I've got all skeleton spell relics. Plus, I do raise dead spells as my spells. Now, when it comes to my troops, you have a choice. You could use like archers or grenadiers to kind of guard the circle. Myself personally, with Hell, I prefer to use Storm Maidens, simply because they have way more damage with Hell. But depending on the unit that you're using, I should say the Titan you're using, that's going to determine which troops you want to take. But preferably a ranged unit helps if you don't have enough spells, like I do, to clog things up. You want something that's going to kind of kill things as it gets closer to it. Reinforcements can be important if you don't have enough troops normally. If you guys watch here with my Hell, once she spawns out, I have a ton of raised dead spells. That's why I love her, to be able to clog things up. So you can use your reinforcements. I highly recommend my lower level players bringing reinforcements into the fight to kind of help the battle along. The biggest thing is you're going to want to clog up the spawn places. If you can do that, you can rack up a score and protect that circle at the same time. Otherwise, man, you're going to be running around back and forth all over that screen, constantly watching out for straggly units which are trying to get to that circle. So you'll see here with my Hell, what I'm going to do, one of the things that's a big strategy is instantly drop your spells, your Raise Dead's the best one, guys, on stuff, right? Or your Omega units, whatever it is, to kind of get them starting to die. Then what you want to kind of watch out for is where they're spawning. Now, in this map, we know where they're going to spawn from, so we're going to start putting things down. Now, right here, see that little spell circle? That is my next tip. Use your spells. What I like to do is drop a Raised Dead unit on it and then freeze him. Stay on the ground. That way he'll keep collecting that spell drop every time it drops in that location. You'll see over here, I'm going to start clogging things up. Like I see there's a respawn there, so I put some things down to clog that up. Super important. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. You see there's another spell circle. Bloop, hit, and stand ground. Super important there, guys. That's a huge thing. Like I said, clogging and grabbing spells are my 2 biggest tips. Now I'm just dropping these units here for some added damage. You might not, like I said, be using Hell. I prefer her. She's awesome. This last one here, I'm going to show you guys something a little bit different on that circle once I put some other little things out here. You'll notice what I'll do is I'm going to try out a Storm Maiden. So you can put ranged units on those little circles. So if you brought 3 like archers, put them on the circles and use your Raised Dead as a last line of defense to guard the goal. But for the most part, you can clog things up. You don't have to worry about the goal at all. The name of the game for me is clogging. If you guys can clog up the enemies and keep them all bunched up and unable to straggle out, then you got this. You can rack up a really great score. And at that point in time, you're going to have to start just basically using up your spells, which you'll see me here all of a sudden realize about, a minute and a half into this, almost 2 minutes, going, oh crud, I haven't used my spells. So I start pumping them out as fast as I can, dropping them where I can, because it always bites when you end the whole match and you ended up not using all your spells. That hurts, man, because that's easy points. So just start launching them. If you got them all bunched up, it makes it even easier to use things like the Fireball, Freeze spell, Lightning spells, Poison spells, Fear spells. All the spells you have will work way better if the units that you're hitting are all bunched up, and it'll all pad that score. And that's some of the tips here based off of this fight. You'll notice that, yeah, I just dropped those spells. I'm going for it. Now, what you'll notice, too, is my score isn't super high because I'm not using any boost relics. And that's going to be my next tip here. If you have boost relics, guys, you want to, well, use them. They will help to boost up that score big time, right? I'll put down the little picture of the boost relics here as soon as this fight's done and kind of show you the different boosts. But basically, let's look at the score I'm going to get. I want to say it's like 2,000 something by the time I'm done. And yeah, 2,200. That's not too bad. So you got I got 2,200 some odd points. With those points now, when we're using these boost relics here in a second, you would multiply it by those boost relics. And we'll do those numbers just to kind of show you what those boost relics would do. And that'll kind of show you how much time you can take off the grind of this event with those 5 included assault tokens in it. So remember, we have 158 battles from the portal stones, but we don't need to do all those battles if our boost relics are awesome. So let's take a look at the boost tokens. So we got a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star. The 1-star one is going to give you 150% of your score. Then it's going to give you a multiplier on the level 2 one of 250%. The 3rd star is going to give you 450%. And the 4-star relic is going to give you 900% of your score. Man, I've only gotten a couple of those ever playing the game for Assault, dude. But when you get them, they are sweet. So I'm going to do a real quick little graph for you to kind of show you the breakdown of those boosts. Just so you have an idea to see how great they are and why you want to use them as you get them. Alright, so I broke the numbers down into 2 tables here for you. One, if you get a solid 1,000 points, just to make the numbers easy to calculate, and 2,000 points per battle. Now this would be if you had no boosts at all. Now 1,000 points is pretty easy. I played around a little bit just to experiment, and I just let it go on auto battle practically, and I was getting 1,000 points. Now it doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. I mean, you got to pay attention somewhat, but getting 1,000 points is pretty easy. 2,000 takes a little bit of skill, but once you guys get it, it's pretty consistent, so that's another easy level. So those are the 2 levels I'm picking the most. Now, just use those as a basis for the numbers, and we'll go from there. So, how many points can we get with the boost relics? Let's start off with 1,000 points because that's the easiest math we got. With the 1-star boost at 150%, you're getting 1,500 per battle now rather than 1,000. It'll go all the way up to 9,000 with a 4-star boost. With the 2,000 points, pretty much everything's doubled, right? So it goes from 3 to 18,000 per battle, which is awesome. Now each of those relics gives you, I want to say, 4 hits, right? So in reality, with 5 relics, we got 20 of those. And that's why you look at the total points at the very bottom. If you were to use all 5 of your boost relics, you're going to get anywhere from 30,000 to 180,000 if you're doing 1,000 points per battle. And if you're averaging around 2,000, you're looking at 60 to 360,000. So either way, whether you're doing 1,000 or 2,000, you can pretty much finish this event just the boost relics alone, and with 20 battles, right? I mean, heck, 18 battles with the freaking 2,000. It's freaking crazy. So it's pretty nice that way when you look at it. I like it. So you can see the middle number right there just shows the number of battles to complete the event if that's what you got. So let's say you were someone that wanted to buy boost relics for this. Well, and you got nothing but 1 stars or 2 stars or 3 stars or 4 stars. That kind of gives you an idea of how many battles it'll still take to do. Some of you guys, just want to rush through it all the way and pay for it. That's totally fine. But we're focused on that free-to-play. If you're free-to-play, this event is awesome. And hopefully you get great rolls so your grind isn't too horrible. And that's the breakdown on those boost tokens. And well, that's Assault, guys. Just want to cover, few different things, get some maps. If there's something I missed or you want included later on, maybe to re-edit this video or something in the future, hey, comment below and let me know. Maybe you got your own strategies. Comment below, share it with the rest of the group. That's always good. That's how the community learns, by us sharing all our tips and tricks, guys. All in all, though, just want to say for Dawn of Titans, this event is the perfect free-to-play event. If you're free-to-play, you're already used to grinding, so this should be no problem for you. Now, pay-to-play players, I understand that you guys typically, some of you guys are grinders, some of you guys aren't, and you just want to get things done quickly. Hey, there's the options, you can do it. Just know that there's a good chance you might not have to buy anything at all because you'll roll so great with the tokens that are already in the event. And that's the end of the video. Just want to say thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found the information helpful and it helps you guys crush Assault If you did like it, well, be sure to hit that like button. And if I've earned it and you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. That'd be awesome. Alright guys, this is Darth Shigong, and I hope to catch all of you gaming on the dark side.